Hi, Helen from crystalsandcrochet.com here, and welcome to part 3 of Revelation. Okay, it doesn't seem that much this week. We're going to complete our central mandala and then we're going to start to build the corners. Okay, but it is very, very, very important that you get the correct stitch counts. So make sure you've downloaded the PDF and that you get your corners placed correctly and work them exactly according to the instructions. Okay, let's get started. Round 37. Okay, we're going to join with a beginning V-stitch in any stitch. So to make a beginning V-stitch, we start with a standing double crochet, chain 1, and then double crochet in the same stitch. Okay, so that's our V-stitch, the same as we did right at the beginning in part 1. Okay, then we've got a really, really, really easy round. Skip 2, V-stitch in the next stitch. So double, chain 1, double, all in the same stitch. Okay, you're going to do that 131 times. So skip 2, V-stitch in the next stitch, all the way around. You're going to have a total of 132 V-stitches. Okay, put my hand behind and then you can see it clearly. Okay, 132 V-stitches in total. Join to that beginning V-stitch to the standing double crochet part, fasten off and secure your ends. Round 38. Okay, we're going to join with a standing single crochet in any V-stitch. Okay, so remember, when you work into a V-stitch, you're working into the chain 1 space and you ignore the double crochet part. Okay, then I'll repeat 5 double crochet in the next V-stitch, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, single crochet in the next V-stitch. Okay, you are going to do that 66 times. Omit the last single crochet because you've already made that. Join to the standing single crochet, fasten off and secure your ends. Round 39. Okay, we're going to join with a standing single crochet in the 3rd double crochet of any shell. Okay, so standing single crochet in the 3rd or middle single crochet of any shell. Chain 2, skip the next 2 stitches and make a popcorn in the next stitch, which is the single crochet. Okay, so for a popcorn we're going to make 5 double crochet all into the same stitch. That's number 4 and then 5. Okay, lift and take your hook out of the working loop and then pop your hook under the top 2 loops of the 1st double crochet, back into your working loop, pinch, pull through and chain 1 to close your popcorn. Okay, chain 2, skip the next 2 stitches, single crochet in the next stitch. Okay, So remember, keep your chains the same size as the top loops of your normal stitches. Okay, that will stop your work. If you do the single crochets too tightly or make them smaller, it will make your work pull and cup. Okay, so you're going to single crochet in the third double crochet of each shell, chain 2, popcorn, and remember the closing chain 1 of the popcorn is part of the popcorn stitch. You then need to make another 2 chains after that. Okay, so go ahead and do that 66 times. Omit the last single crochet because you have already made that there. And join to that standing single crochet with a slip stitch. Okay, round 40. Okay, we're going to chain 1 and make 2 single crochet in that same stitch. Marker. Okay, right, and then our repeat. Now, I suggest that you use stitch markers at the end of every repeat. So if you do need to go back and check, it's just going to make life easier for you. Okay, so 2 single crochet in the next chain 2 space, front post around the popcorn, 2 single crochet in the next chain 2 space, and single crochet in the next stitch. Okay, and we're going to do that 5 times. Okay, so I've done that 5 times. Then we're going to make 2 singles in the next chain 2 space, front post single around the next stitch, 2 single in the next chain 2 space, and then 2 singles in the next stitch. Okay, so like I said, if you pop a marker in there, if you do find that you've made a mistake or your stitch count isn't correct or whatever, it's just easier. Okay, so we've got 2 in that one. We've then got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 single crochets that have only got 1 single made into them. The 6th one has got 2 made into it. Okay, so you're going to repeat that 11 times. Okay, so it's a little bit of an odd multiple and repeat, etc. this time, but there's a reason, as there always is. Okay, so just make sure that your increase is in every 6 single crochet. Okay, as you work around, so all the way round, join to your first single crochet, fasten off and secure your ends. Round 41. Okay, we are going to join with a standing double crochet in any stitch. Okay, so I'm actually going to start in one of my marked stitches. There we go. Okay, double crochet in the next 6 stitches. Okay, so you're going to have 7 double crochet altogether. Okay, so we've got 7 double crochet there, and then our repeat is quite simple. We are going to make 2 double crochet in the next stitch, and then double crochet in the next 15 stitches. Okay, and again, this is a sort of an unusual multiple. You're going to do this 25 times. Okay, so 2 double crochet in the next stitch, and then double crochet in 15, 25 times. You're going to have a total of 432 double crochet. Okay, so again, I advise you use markers to help you count. If you sort of pop one in the second stitch of the increase each time or something like that as you work round, just keep checking back, making sure that each repeat is correct, or place a marker, say every 25 stitches or something like that. Okay, all the way round and join to the standing double crochet, fasten off and secure your ends. Round 42. Okay, so we're going to join with a standing back post double crochet around both stitches of any increase. Okay, so from the back around both of those stitches and to the back again. Okay, standing back post crochet around both of those stitches. We're then going to make a second one around the same 2 stitches, making sure that you make the second one below the first. Okay, so like we did back in part 1. Okay, and then we are going to carry on back post around 2 stitches, make your second back post around the same 2 stitches but below the first stitch. Okay, so we're not increasing or decreasing in number. Okay, so you are going to end with 432 back post double crochet. Okay, so around both of the posts of those 2 stitches, and then if you remember back to part 1, I said to you, don't fiddle around pushing the stitches down the posts or anything like that, because as you work around, your previous stitches will automatically drop down. Okay, so they look quite high, but you can see the previous ones have already all dropped down. Okay, so all the way round, join to the standing back post double, fasten off and secure your ends. Okay, so absolutely double check that your stitch count is perfect, because we are now going to mark out our corners. Just grab some stitch markers. Okay, so the first marker is going to go in line with a double treble from round 27 back down here. So all you need to do is just follow that line straight up, okay, so that it's in line there, and we're going to pop a marker in that stitch. Okay, now that is actually going to mark the center of one side. Okay, so you are now going to count 54 more stitches around. Okay, so there's our marked stitch that we put in the first one, in line with that double treble. 54 stitches around and mark that stitch. Now count 108 stitches and keep going all the way around. You're going to do it 3 times, and then this will sit in the middle of your corners, okay? Because each corner is made separately to begin with. Okay, they're not massive separate corners like some of my other designs, but the first few rounds are made separately. Okay, so make sure that you get this one absolutely right, in line here, then 54 stitches round, and then 108. And so there's your marker, and you're going to count the next stitch as 1, 2, 4, etc. And when you get to 108, mark that 108th stitch. Okay, there's another little hint in the pattern that the stitch markers spaced 108 stitches apart mark your corners and will be approximately, not exactly, approximately in line with the middle of the 2 puff stitch together. Okay, so you can see, well, you can't see because I can't zoom out enough. You can see roughly where your corners are going to be. Okay, round 43. We're going to join with a standing single crochet in the 20th stitch before any corner marker. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19, there's number 20. Okay, so we should have 19 stitches between there and there. So again, just double check. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19. Correct. Okay. Alright, let's just come in a weeny bit closer. Okay. We're then going to single crochet in the next 6 stitches. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, it is very important that you get this first round on each of the 4 corners correct, because it's then quite easy to work on from there. Okay. In the next stitch, we're going to slip stitch, chain 2, all in the same stitch, double crochet, chain 2, and slip stitch. Okay, so all in that stitch, slip stitch, chain 2, double crochet, chain 2, slip stitch. We are then going to single crochet in the next 12 stitches. 12 single crochet, which means our next stitch is our marked corner stitch. So in that stitch we are going to slip stitch, chain 3, treble, chain 3, and slip stitch. Okay, and then again we're going to single crochet in the next 12 stitches. In the next stitch we're going to slip stitch, chain 2, double crochet, chain 2 and slip stitch. Okay, we are then going to single crochet in the next 7 stitches. Okay, you're going to repeat that on the other 3 corners, and once you are done, hold on, let me do these, 2, 4, 6, 7. Okay, you're going to cut your yarn and fasten off, okay, but do not work your ends away. I know some people can almost get a bit OCD, I've got to work my ends away. But if you work your ends away, what will tend to happen is you will pull this slip stitch up tight, and then in the next round you will tend to miss this stitch and you'll end up with too many stitches in between when we come to work around the whole thing. So leave your ends, do not work them away. Okay, go ahead and repeat that on the other 3 corners.